What's good, y'all, man? What's good, man? My boy Brill in the building. He made it today. Yes, sir. We back again. Back again here at Aces Lounge, man. So, what's on the agenda this week? I said this might be one of the last. Not necessarily the last, but we're going a different route. We're finna tee up the spirituality, tee up the knowledge. So I've been doing a lot of deep diving, as the Ralph Smart would say. But yeah, let's get into these, man. I got these tracks. Yeah, let's get into it though. I don't know what I'm gonna talk about this episode. I think I said, we're gonna talk about how I make my music, but from the spiritual perspective. From y'all see. I've told y'all how I did it with techniques, like my influences, but now I'm about to give it to y'all the spiritual, because this isn't something I did in real time, but I can do in real time now since I know about it. But at the time when I was doing it, I just didn't know it was subconscious. But that subconscious is coming more to the forefront. I'm gonna explain, but let's get into this though, man. Pull up this shit.
VDV got it.
Kick our sticks like cavemen. We leave them caving and decaying when we come.
come to say your prayers, bitch, cause you don't want no beef. Assalamu alaikum, go create the peace. You better meet your motherfucking mate. Put a nigga underground, I'm the Undertaker. Hesitant ass nigga, you a pawn. Fall blast, swag just like a Satanist. These niggas hate it. Crucify me just like Jesus in my invitation. I'm in the nigga like a cage, kick us still like cavemen. We leave them caving and decaying when we come to say your prayers, bitch, cause you don't want no beef. Assalamu alaikum, go create the peace. You better meet your motherfucking mate. Put a nigga underground, I'm the Undertaker. Hesitant ass nigga, you a pawn faker. Got a Vader on my hip with the lightsaber. Soul taker, damn codes, demon maker. Dark souls in my layer, meet your maker.
Yeah, pussy ass boy, you a pawn fake. All black, swag just like a Satanist. These niggas hate it. Crucify me just like Jesus in my invitation. I'm making like a cage, kick us, tick us, tick us. We living in the kingdom. I'm the son of first, bitch, cause you won't be me. Ladies, go create the peace. You better meet your motherfucking maker. Dark souls in my layer, meet your maker. Yeah, pussy ass boy, you a pawn fake.
Flyboy shit, yeah. She like OMG, who is he? Racks up in his jeans, I'm too clean. He won't be like me, pull up cause a scene. Money fiend, I can't go to sleep. Chasing checks, that's me. Shorty's green, catch me in that beam. She wanna leave with me. Off the top like Hardy, we getting gnarly. Then when we walk in the function, look at my fit, you know that I'm stunning. Broke ass nigga can't tell me nothing. Shit, the hundreds is blue, just like my car. I pop me up, by everything went black. I don't even know where the fuck I'm at. Yeah, won't talk about money, I take up the big racks. Pack just hit your birdie, go get that. My niggas wild, we fucking the kickback. That was my child, I tell the boy, yeah. She like OMG, who is he? Racks up in his jeans, I'm too clean. He won't be like me, pull up cause a scene. Money fiend, I can't go to sleep. Chasing checks, that's me. Shorty's green, catch me in that beam. She wanna leave with me. New hoes gon' come around. The function, I shut it down. Like Gunna is drip or drown. This Beamer, I ride around. It's all blue, been getting money like, okay, cool. Not getting money like, what you gon' do? I thought that I told you that I cannot lose. Lil' shorty know that I'm that she said, OMG, who is he? Racks up in his jeans, I'm too clean. He won't be like me, pull up cause a scene. Money fiend, I can't go to sleep. Chasing checks, that's me. And shorty's green, catch me in that beam. She wanna leave with me, with me. She wanna leave with me. OMG, who is he? She wanna leave with me. OMG, who is he? Racks up in his jeans.
That's your bitch, she feeling me, just like D.I. That's your bitch, she feeling me, just like That's your bitch, she feeling me, just like D.I. Gang gon' spin like a DVD, put something that smoke CBD. Smoking that house like TAC, tryna get a Glock like Trinity. I will not trip on no business. Been like the grip on my sentence. They let me play with a kid. ESPN, we go 50 for 50. Yeah, chopper on me, but I kill it. These two hoes are the same like synonym. One less black, one white like Eminem. I see belt, I'm not really into that. This time of grace got an F on your interim. Sleep on DQ, is you killing them? On God, bitch, I'm the man. On God, that where you stay. On God, don't need band. On God, when I get bland. My God told him to bit that. Biting your mouth, you shit it. Boy, you're not good, you can't come to my city. Boy, this your bitch, I just passed on my baby. You know, like I'ma shoot till the end of it. Girl, when me, when you throw no 6 days, down up. Bitch, no 6 days, down up. 6 days, down up. We gotta say, no, we shootin' like D-Day. He said, I'm regular, fuck my she said. You want my bitch, I hit a bitch like Ray J. That bitch, I had double like Olay. I'm saying, shit, nigga, we let it know about this club, I'm getting my baby. My boys like, bitch, bro, I'm like, heaven. Hey, bro, go to these, not tryna talk about my bitch, not by no sound. Yeah. That's your bitch, she feeling me, just like D.I. Gang gon' spin like a DVD. Put something that smoke CBD. Smoking that house like TAC. Tryna get a Glock like Trinity.
What's good, y'all boys? What's good, y'all? Alright, so first part. What we talking about? Oh, so how do I make my music? Let me refresh this page, bro. So how do I make my music? Let me take some water. That spirit juice. That spirit juice starting to hit. So how do I take this? Okay, so it's two ways we can look at this from a All right, I'm gonna start general first, then I'm gonna put how I came into it. So basically, there's a thing called channeling, evoking when it comes to with spirits. So the thing is, I've been thinking out lately. I've been doing the spirituality of music. I've been diving deeper with that, but I've also dived deeper with different spiritual concepts and systems and different things. So you already know, like, the power of the voice. You can manifest at will with your voice. That's already a thing. So there's words of power. Stay with me. So I'm gonna do another spirituality of music, but that one's probably gonna be like a lecture. I'm gonna really bring like some information. I'm gonna really bring some information in the next spirituality music, cause. So look, well, I'm gonna apply this to rap. So here we go. When you listen to this music, you know how you get a feeling. You get a feeling type. So you internalize that feeling. I told y'all how if you listen to certain songs, like the low vibratory, you're gonna be living low. You're gonna be in a low vibration. You're gonna be living a low vibratory lifestyle. With that, stay with me. When you're rapping, that's listening. Now, let's take this in if you're rapping. If you're rapping, it's a matter of you're manifesting at will as you're rapping. For example, let's go with Ultra. Ultra always talking about the money, the racks, flying the racks. He does manifest money though. I don't know how, but he manifests the money. I know it does work. It happens. Think about this. In magic, there's a term called, in magic, this is a fake it. Have you heard the term fake it till you make it? That's magic. It's because it's programming the subconscious mind to manifest your reality at will. So you can do this when you're rapping. So like with Ultra, that like when I listen to Ultra music, I feel like I got the racks. I feel like I'm the flyest nigga out here. I feel like I got the baddest bitch with me when I'm listening to Ultra music. Same thing with DQ music. When I'm listening to DQ music, I feel like I'm in a trance. Trying like I'm like niggas can't touch me. See where I'm going with this? It's all about what niggas is talking about. Music, how you interpret, how you take it from it. Let me know what y'all thinking. Now let's take now. Here we go. Who was that? Brando in the building. What's up, boy? But alright, so now in terms of me, that was just literally I'm on the second part. I'm going to talk about how I do this with producing. This is how it really started, I think. Well, it's not even I think at this point, is I know. So with me, in terms, I feel like, so when I first started rapping, I was writing all my bars, and even in writing, the way I write is definitely I want to stay on track. I want to stay on a topic, but I feel like even in that thinking, certain shit that comes out that I feel like not my brains. I don't know. I can't explain, but you have to experience. It's a matter of like I've said shit in songs that have happened 2 years later. The song verbatim shit has happened 2 years later. Then that would be like some of my earlier songs type shit, because them songs was recorded like in 2020. My newer songs is more of a thing of I haven't been writing lately, but the shit that comes out is this is unreleased. The shit that's coming out is like it's better than my old. It's like it's better than the written in a way. When I'm freestyling, so now I'm talking about the art of freestyling, art. Not just me, but that's why I was prime with rap. When rappers are freestyling, what is coming out is might not be particularly them, but the spirit talking through them. What is the spirit saying? What is their spirit saying? It's expressing itself through a freestyle. Spirit talks through rhymes, through frequency. It's just observations I'll just be peeping. PIW in a bit. But yeah, man. And then, so then another thing about it is, so a lot of my earlier songs when I was like first tapping in, I wasn't at the level of the songs, but I did reach that level. But so in me saying that, what I'm saying is, I feel like in these songs, in me making the songs, it's a form of spiritual work. Because how am I getting this knowledge and retaining it? Well, I am retaining it through the song form. The encodes, how I was saying in the decodes, how I'm decoding the information and giving out is more, that's one perspective, but another perspective is it's retaining the information in song form, which is even more powerful. Because this information is, you gotta research. Like most of the times that I research is when I'm making songs. Because I wanna get deep. I wanna really know. I wanna make sure I get that shit right. Because in a song, that shit is history. It's a recording. Literally, it's a record. So I'm keeping records on these tracks. Getting messages on these chats. Giving messages on these tracks and getting messages on these tracks. And that was already a bar. I already put it, bro. That channeled message came through on a freestyle, bro. When that song dropped, and that's on Fazel, bro. My unreleased is so deep. My unreleased is so far, bro. I can't wait till that shit drop. In time. But next segment, I'm gonna talk about how I do it with the beats. And the beats, this is subconscious. This is me looking back on now. So even now, when I do it, it's gonna probably be even more powerful. And you can do this too. Remember that you can do this too. If I can do it, you can do it. Times two. You times two. Shout out to Man Wintertime, bro. Wait, let's get into the rest of these tracks though.
I shoot my shot, I can't miss. I shoot my shot at this bitch. I seen her like in my face. She fell in love with the drip. Heard she fell in love with the grip. That's what I agree. My niggas been round to get shit. Nigga, we make me smoking out the zig. She been tryna fuck, no, she not slick. I shoot my shot at this bitch. I got a brand new sleep. She fell in love with the click. Stack of money in my fist. I blew hundreds like crib, but I'm not rolling six. I blew hundreds like sticks. The money my best friend. She tryna be my best friend. But I'm riding around with my bloody, my twin. Shorty of this bitch. I seen her like in my face. She fell in love with the drip. Heard she fell in love with the grip. Honest, that's what I grip. My niggas been round kicking shit. She been tryna fuck, no, she not a slick. I shoot my shot at this bitch. I got a brand new stick. She fell in love with the click. Stack of money in my fist. I blew hundreds like crib, but I'm not rolling six. I blew hundreds like six. The money my best friend. She tryna be my best friend. But I'm riding around with my bloody my twin. Shorty know you cannot come in. Yeah. I'm with the guys. Pushing up, get it right. Smoking all that. I shoot my shot at this bitch. I got a brand new stick. She fell in love with the click. Stack of money in my fist. I blew hundreds like crib, but I'm not rolling six. I blew hundreds like crib. Your money my best
Why don't we stop for a moment? Think about how our lives were broken. I just wish that I never met you. Oh, I just wish that I could forget you. You left me down on my own when I had no one to call and I had nowhere to fall. I felt the pain through it all. I hate the way that it ended, and I'm just trying to forget it. Shit you said, no, you meant you let me fall. You didn't give me a chance to speak up, and now I'm losing my head when I think of all these broken memories. And now you're my number one enemy.
Are you feeling what I'm seeking? Are you tweaking? I'm weakened. And now it's time to let go. Yeah, I said to let go. Could you believe what I came to? Yeah, I'm seeing niggas through the clear view. I know you see how I feel about that. And now it's time for the fallout. I never thought that would come out. I never thought that. Are you feeling what I'm seeking? Yeah, why are you tweaking? I'm weakened. You was the one that I needed, and now it's time to let go. Yeah, I said to let go. Yeah, I'm going up. Yeah, I'm going for shit show. All of these memories that I'm grieving, I'm seeking. Enemies run out till we see it. I'm broken, I feel like.
You think you know me?
Shooters, got money on side of the computer. I just shoot a new lick, finna ball at the jewel. I just made the bad bitch, little shooter at Hooters. I can't just hit any bad bitch, cause these bitches got cooties. I can't put this nigga on any damn lick, cause that nigga straight pussy. Oh, he probably gon' tell. He thought they was sweet like them twins in that hotel. Why do these niggas be thinking I'm Snell? Like I'm slow for real. Ain't talking about no money, I'm slow for real. Slow sitting there like, oh for real. If your money stacking slow as hell, better think outside of that holding cell. Got the bitch jumping like open gym. I been thuggin'. All the real hustlers know the feel. I been sluggish. Yeah, I sip too much lean, I got guts to slow like fuck it. Niggas shoot anybody, he don't care who we kill. And I'm rolling up like yeah. I got a hole in my cup refill. I got that champion sound. If I throw you a play, you can't throw in the tie. We got all that to say, but the gun way loud. That bitch in the face, we gon' blow him like poppin' that boy to a ghost. He starring. It's a whole lot of money out here. If you broke, you a coward. Shooters on shooters, got money on side of the computer. I just shoot a new lick, finna ball at the jewel. I just made the bad bitch, little shooter at Hooters. I can't just hit any bad bitch, cause these bitches got cooties. I can't put this nigga on any damn lick, cause that nigga straight pussy. Oh, he probably gon' tell, he thought they was sweet like them twins in that hotel. Why do these niggas be thinking I'm snail? Like I'm slow for real. Ain't talking about no money, I'm slow for real. Slow sitting there like, oh for real. If your money stacking slow as hell, better think outside of that holding cell. Got the bitch jumping like open gym. I been thuggin'. All the real hustlers know the feel. I been sluggish. Yeah, I sip too much lean, I got guts to slow like fuck it. Niggas shoot anybody, he don't care who he kill.
How I ballin' these niggas, I look like the man. That boy get no wins when he look like the man. How he talk down on me, he ain't even a threat. Say he won't be my bro, but it's really a cat. Like DJ Khaled, man, we really the best. It ain't about the wop, I ain't tryna connect. You catch me at your logo, CVS. I have to take it, get felt like a deck. Sharpshooter, I don't care about no bells. Ain't about that check, I'm going back to bed. And my bitch is so bad to the bone and she ready. See my location and now she's upset. Life too short, I can't live with regret. Life is too short to be stuck in my head. Life too short, can be living with dread. 556 finna take out this dress. So I go pick him up. Yeah, that boy like he flicking up. You tryna run up a plan who you sticking up. Niggas getting exposed where the jig is up. We going up, so I know that they sick of us. Couple K in the double, I zip it up. I treat this still like a kiss and I'm whipping up. And my bitch is bad, she a dime. I can't that Mickey Mouse, number 9. I take them strokes and then I'm finna fly. She be hitting in tune with that nigga Kai. Niggas keep hating on me, don't know why. Shine gone right in my eyes. G17 on my side. How I ballin' these niggas, I look like the Nets. And that boy get no wins when he look like the Mets. How he talk down on me, he ain't even a threat. Say he won't be my bro, but it's really a cat. Like DJ Khaled, man, we really the best. If it ain't about the wop, I ain't tryna connect. You catch me at your logo, CVS. I have to take it, get felt like a deck. Sharpshooter, I don't care about no bells. Ain't about that check, I'm going back to bed. And my bitch is so bad to the bone and she ready. See my location and now she's upset. Life too short, I can't live with regret. Life is too short to be stuck in my head. Life too short, can be living with dread. In an 808 hit. At the top like a lid. Can I fuck the hoe? She got a list. This ain't a fuck before this on real Chris. Taking some time, we finna get rich. Catch a place like a man. I'm getting paid and they sick. Talk down on me, I forbid. Man, we just kicking shit just like Madrid. I heard your music, that shit was a myth. If I told my brother go score, he would switch. If I told my shooter to shoot, he won't miss. Just with the check, I can do it again. I want my dog, call me Finn. Who's in my pocket, just been. How I ballin' these niggas, I look like the net. That boy get no wins when he look like the Mets. How he talk down on me, he ain't even a threat. Say he won't be my bro, but it's really a cat. Like DJ Khaled, man, we really the best. If it ain't about the wop, I ain't tryna connect. You catch me at your logo, CVS. I have to take it, get felt like a deck. Sharpshooter, I don't care about no bells. Ain't about that check, I'm going back to bed. And my bitch is so bad to the bone and she ready. See my location and now she's upset. Life too short, I can't live with regret. Life is too short to be stuck in my head. Life too short, can be living with dread.
was going crazy. I'm over here writing my notes. Where's that spirit juice, bro? That spirit juice. Alright, so as I was saying about the channeling and evoking, I'm gonna get this producer's gonna give him more context by rapping remind me of DC. See, bro, this man, these is going crazy. He has some bars, man. I know you certified back in there for sure. So as I was saying with the channeling and invoking the spirits, while in music, so like I was saying with freestyling, it comes out, the spirit comes out subconsciously. This is all subconscious talking. It can be conscious for certain people if they know how to manipulate the energy. Certain magicians, they know how to do it. I'm trying to get to that level. I'm at that level. At this one level, I'm at that level. But you can get to the level too. Just practice. Like the way I did it, I put the shit I was learning into song form. In that, I grew to the point where I actually tapped in, breakthrough, without not heavy meditation. I still did some meditation, but I feel like it's not a matter of how much spiritual work did I do, because my spiritual work was all music. Everyone has their own way they can connect spiritually. Now, you don't have to just meditate, even though meditating does help. Meditating helps a lot, actually. I should meditate, but there's other things that you can do, other passions. If you do what you love to do, your passions, the spirit's gonna come through just like that, because it's opening up the heart chakra. It's opening up that gateway. It's like, for example, some of my best beats I made when I was crying, when I was highly emotional. Something happened to me. Something in my life happened. I just got very highly emotional, to the point where when I made the beat, trick tears coming out of my mouth as I'm making the beat. But the beats have been some of my best. Some of these beats would be, for example, would be like Ace Tape Volume 4. It's a beat called Emotional. I was going through it making that motherfucker. I got a beat called To the Future. If you put it on YouTube, just Ace Maceo To the Future. I was going through it on that one. I was like, that's still one of my best. The mix ain't the best, cause it was one of my first beats. I ain't even made 10 beats when I made that one, but that beat was so crazy. It still holds up to this day. Even with my recent beats, I wasn't even highly emotional type of. Even when I make them, I feel like I've gotten to that point where I can get into that trance state, that groove, that zone, that vibe. That's what you want to get into. You producing, you being creative. Get into that zone, and it'll just fly out. So most of the times when I'm making beat, I'm not necessarily thinking about it at this point. It just comes out, because I can hear it in my head, and I just put it right down. Type shit. And now I've been taking into that, thinking about how different things on my aura or aspects I've seen come out through my music. So like example, like I got that Cowboy Bebop poster in the back, and some of my older beats, I had this forever. I've had this for years. And like my earlier beats, I was heavy on the anime. So like when I was making those beats, I was making them with the aspect of the anime world. I used to watch anime heavy. I haven't watched anime heavy about since high school. Yeah, I ain't watched anime heavy since high school ever. I've been watching, getting so much knowledge. But anime is very spiritual. I'm gonna come back. I'm gonna go back with anime and drop some gems. I got some. Looking back on like Yu Yu Hakusho, very spiritual. But back to the point. The Cowboy Bebop, that anime world came in through with the beats, like the sound. Just like what I would want to do is when you close your eyes and you listen to the beat, you can have the whole world. You can hear the whole world through the beat. That's how I was making my beats. That's how I wanted them. Well, like my sound selection, that's how I approached it. because I never wanted to use the sounds everyone used, or if I did use them, I wanted to use them a certain way, because I'm all about being unique type shit. And that was one aspect. And then another thing in my, or would be like, so I have on my mouse pad, Mom had taken me up to Detroit. It's a Motown. We went to the Motown Museum. Went to the studio. Got that, soaked up all that energy, the classics. Ever since then, I've been going crazy with the R&B. My house beats have been going crazy. The high dance has been it's been a groove. And if you listen to my more recent beats, you can hear it's a certain pattern. It's almost, I put it in almost every beat, but not on purpose. I just love that pattern. It just hits that groove every time. But Motown, I got a in the back, can't see it, but I got a Jimi Hendrix vinyl. It's Rare Hits, Greatest Hits, and the energy from that will be the guitars in my beats, the leads. I always try to see that. I just feel like I'm in every job, like I'm going crazy like Jimi Hendrix. Another example would be it's like Maceo. So I did some research and found out. I just want to know, what is Maceo? Maceo means gift of God. That's one aspect. I'm gonna do a whole other discussion about that other day. But another aspect, I found out I want to know who was Maceo in like history. Like, is there any other Maceos? There was one Maceo. I forgot his first name, but I know he was a saxophone. He played the saxophone. Bro was going crazy. I played the saxophone on some Earth, Wind and Fire. He just ascended. I forgot bro name. He went crazy too. Tapping with the Earth, Wind and Fire. Get that energy, hella energy coming off the Earth, Wind and Fire tracks. Hella energy. But with Maceo, the thing is, I was like, all right, so I'm gonna start incorporating the saxophone, because I always like the saxophone. Shit always hits certain melodies, and not every saxophone. I don't like when them go out to it. Just me personally, but saxophone always hits to me. So, I've been incorporating that in my beats. While it is conscious, it's subconscious, it's spiritual at all times. Spirit is always working, whether we know it or not. That's the chaos of it. That's the beauty of it. Look back in retrospect. Just start think for yourself in times when you've been in your creative zone, or times you've been highly emotional. How you express that in a creative output. You gotta be in a certain way, mood to watch anime. See, man, I just be going with the flow, man. Just go with the flow. But yeah. Anything else I said? I was writing my notes. Let me see. I think I got over everything. Oh, another thing I wanted to say. So like that was my example of doing it, but on a subconscious level, this is nothing. Producers and rappers do this all the time. So I just said how rappers did it. Producers all the time when they're doing tight beats. Anytime a producer is making a tight beat, he's getting into that he has to get into a frequency, to a certain frequency, which is technically channeling or evoking a certain energy of getting to a certain frequency of that person of original sound to make that beat. So like example with myself, I want to use myself example because I'm gonna use other examples because you'll see. But I did an IC Twat Extado tutorial. When I made that beat, I was like, I had to even back then I was like, I have to think, how would IC Twat make it, or how did he make it? And me, I always made my beats complex, but when I listened to that beat, I was like, this is too simple. And when I found that sound, I was like, okay. And I already knew the IC Twat formula for the drums, so I already knew it just from making beats so much. So when it comes to making, so when I made the tutorial, I had to get to that certain frequency to make that beat. See what I'm saying? Or when producers make pair beats, when they making any type beat and plug-in B beats. Well, plug-in B is too broad at this point. It's more of a thing of a certain select sound. It really has to be like a certain select sound. So like when you're making R&B, like when niggas was making R. Kelly type beats. Get into the frequency of R. Kelly, niggas is gonna be making R. Kelly type beats. I'm not saying the niggas that making them beats is on R. Kelly timing, but musically, they had to think. They had to get to that sound. How did it sound? Perspectives. Let me know what y'all think, man. Let me know what y'all think. Let me know what y'all think in the comments, in the chat. Cause it's just a different way of looking at music, bro. Or another thing would be like with who's another like older artist I want to say that's not on that timing. I want to say like Michael Jackson, but I can't think of anybody that's really going crazy like on Michael Jackson timing vocally. Because like the whole spawn of where I got this thought form from was I was tapping in to watch Brother Panic. Brother Panic was talking about how he was channeling Michael Jackson. This that Michael Jackson video I was talking about. And he said we channeling this ain't the Michael Jackson video. He was talking about how he and B.O.B. was channeling ODB from Wu-Tang for a track. And they did that shit. Came through in the track. And I was like, okay, if he can do it, I mean, that means I can do it. That means everyone can do it. So that means this is universal. And when I'm applying this to the spirituality of music, and I was saying the vibration spreads when you listen to certain shit. If you listen to low vibration, it'll be in low vibration. So thing is, if a low vibrational entity is speaking through a nigga when he fucked up and he rapping, and that comes through out on a track, and the niggas listen to it play back, see how it comes out. Or on the flip side, if the nigga's high vibrational when it comes through on the track, the light comes through when niggas listen. There's a relationship between artist and listener on a spiritual level, or how spirit moves through artist to listener. I almost lost my train of thought. But now, yeah, man, let's get into these review of these tracks, man. Do I have anything else? Is there anything else left to say? Nah, there ain't nothing else. Alright, man. Yeah, let me know what y'all think in the comments, man. I want y'all to do your own research. Take what y'all mind got some knowledge, man. Take this into practice. Manifest your own reality with music, because it is possible. If you want to get in and make a certain sound, think of the artist, how they was making it. Listening to their music and everything beforehand. This is just all ways of getting into that frequency. That's what I'm saying. This shit is universal. This isn't. I know you. I'll do it. That's what I'm saying. It's not a matter of only I do it. People do this all the time. If you listening to a certain type of music all your life and you start making music, of course your influences is gonna come through on the track. Oh yeah, boy, looked up his master number. Oh yeah, you got a lot of work. Yeah, type in that numerology. Don't miss that. That's what I'm saying. Numerology is universal. The reason this music shit is universal, this invoking, this channeling is universal, is because frequency, it's all frequency. Spirit is frequency. Spirit in of itself is frequency. Our spirit is a frequency. The frequency of Michael Jackson, the frequency of Prince, the frequency of ODB, the frequency of Earth, Wind, and Fire, the frequency of Pierre, the frequency of Icy Twat. Excuse me. The frequency of Horus, the frequency of Isis, the frequency of Osset, the frequency of Osiris. Again, the spiritual now. It's different frequencies you could tap into on the track or given from the track. And music of itself is a frequency, it's a waveform. This is mind, bro. This is mind magic, bro. This is how you manipulate the reality, bro. This is the correspondence, bro. Learn this shit in 8th grade science, but you gotta apply it. This is as above, so below, man. Learn that universal law. Learn that, not universal law. Learn that hermetic law, man. Apply it, man. Let's get into the review of these tracks, man. Let's get into review these tracks. I'm feeling good. I feel like I've said all I needed to say. I'm feeling good, man. Anybody got send it? acesloungeradio@gmail.com. If I want to send anything, we got 2 already in here. Let's go. Jamari sent 1. Cream Nas in the building. Cocaine. Well, I can't fuck with this. Nigga said cocaine. The whites? The whites? Come on, bro. Not the white. But nah, that wasn't for me though. From a musical standpoint, that wasn't for me though, G. That wasn't for me. From the conversation I just had and listening to that, bro, that's a complete polar opposite, bro. This is Versace. Yup. See. Trying to tap in over Versace, man. Oh my gosh. Can y'all hear this?
Yeah.
I think I can.
Yeah.
Apartment 1996, I think it's dropping at midnight, isn't it?
Met her in the cafe, now she wanna get my dick up. Bougie little bitch, body built like a teacup. Say she speaking French, sexy bitches, nice to meet ya. Walk to my apartment, say she really hope I please her.
Better know that I'm the best up in the sheets, could be her teacher. Took the hoe to uni, gave her rules she didn't need them. Dick up in her abdomen is blaring like a speaker. Walls is paper thin, now all the neighbors finna hear us.
Fuck with the flow, fuck with the beat.
Bitches, they adore me. Man, they adore me, they call me when they honey. She wanna know me, could never let her pull me. Cause when she hold me, I'm there until the morning. There until the morning, I lay awake, make her buy D-shade, make her masturbate. Man, I got her thinking about the days she play, all the days she wait. Know it's hard to wait on a nigga like me, on a player like me. Had a bitch the other day, said she really like me. But she know the game I play, said she know it's frightening. Girl don't wanna be a victim, but I'm too enticing.
I got my shit at minus 15. I had my shit at minus 3 this whole episode. That shit was hella loud. That boy just rendered it. He just rendered it. This level though, mix ain't bad.
Bougie little bitch, body built just like a teacup. Say she speaking French, sexy bitch, it's nice to meet ya.
Dropping it at 10. Oh, you better drop it right as well. You gonna drop right after the end of the show. Make sure y'all check it. Hold on, I got you. This shit fire though. Versace. I'm fucking with it, Versace. You could go crazy with the vocals though. effects wise. You can keep the same vocals, but I would say add more with the effects. In terms of like some phaser, some distortion a little bit probably. Some delay. It's a couple things. Shit, send me the acapella, I'll try to work with them. Man, start sending me, hey, if y'all got a beat and we work, bro, send me the acapella. Or if y'all got a song y'all want me to mix, bro, send me that acapella with the beat. Let me go crazy, bro. Let me get my creativity go crazy, bro. I'm trying to tap in. But man, make sure y'all tap in with Preem Nas, man. Dropping that 10, probably by me on his SoundCloud, man. Tap in Preem Nas on SoundCloud. I'm finna slide out of here to the astral plane. I'm probably finna go study actually too. Any more in here? Any more? I don't think anymore. Nope. All right. There is nothing else this episode. Great episode, man. Fuck with it. We had 55 minutes in 5 seconds. 555. Change. Oh, damn! I did say this was gonna be like the end of the last. I was feeling like this was gonna be the last. Nah, bro. This is just a matter of could I come back every day. I can't come back every week. I can't. Just a matter of how to keep up with the song. Some weeks we might have songs. Sometimes we might. Like last week I feel like there was a lot of songs, so I played them this week. So yeah, like it's a combination. But I'm gonna try and come back with the conversation or discussion every week, cause I can always got something to say. There's always something going on. There's always shit to talk about. It's just a matter of is niggas gonna talk about it. Are we gonna have the discussion? Are we gonna make the change? The vocalization to make that change happen. See what I'm saying? Y'all have a good night, though, man. Good luck in the afternoon. I'll see y'all niggas next episode, next week, next Thursday, 8:30.